Yeah, we've been talking about these opportunities. They improved a little today. I wouldn't say a lot, but we'll dive into it. 8:05 webcams. This is Avila Beach live right now, looking pretty good. Today looks good. Tomorrow looks good locally. Again, we do need to keep in mind Southern California is fighting some dangerous fire weather conditions, and we're on the edge of it. We can't breathe easy until we get some rain here. Current conditions, the 101 at 67 in San Luis. In the community of Santa Maria, 63, 66, Santa Barbara, 67, Paso Robles. You see the winds here locally are fairly light. Humidity numbers are low considering how cool it is outside. The air is dry. We've got 2 points in the 20s and 30s. Daytime high, say 71 San Luis, 72 Santa Ynez. I got up and I golfed in freezing conditions in Paso Robles. Frost on the ground this morning in the community, but we still got to 67 degrees, 68 Santa Maria, 69 in Santa Barbara. Got that system right out here, but keep in mind there's a big dry air mass right in here. So when this cold front slams into it, it is going to basically be like squeezing a drier sponge. Not completely dry, but drier. So we might get a few drops out of the system early on Thursday. But again, tomorrow's not Thursday. So CommunityCast has us back into the 60s in the interior. But note, the start could be another morning in the 20s and low 30s for the start. Beach communities back up to about 60 degrees starting in the 40s. Coastal valleys, the northeast winds are still around. Not as strong as they have been the last couple of days, but back up to nearly 70 briefly in the early afternoon. And south coast temperatures, a longer run of milder conditions from late morning into the middle of the afternoon. This is our wind forecast model. And you can see up in the hills, we get some of these winds past 20. But generally at surface locations, it's not that bad. So Cuesta Grade, 41 corridor, and some of the hills around San Luis could see gustier conditions. Other than that, it's pretty benign in terms of the wind gust forecast. The air is still bone dry, and there won't be a lot of change in this until we turn things around, get onshore flow going later on Thursday. So here's our frontal system on the way. Look at all the rain in Northern California late Wednesday into Thursday. But this front, if it produces much, it won't be much. I think it's none to a few areas with maybe light accumulations. The thing is, we have a little brief ridge on Friday. The Saturday system has more southerly direction here, and the upper level supports a little better. But at that, so again, that splash and dash Thursday, if it does much, Saturday looks a little better. I do think up along the north coast, we do have some potential for ½ inch to 1 inch. But other than that, I think most places are quarter or less. And then the extended forecast gets interesting. It wants to send through a series of impulses, but the modeling is very inconsistent. So let's assume Thursday we don't see very much at all. This is a better snapshot of the Saturday system. Light amounts east and south to maybe a quarter to half slow to the north coast, maybe isolated to 1 inch, but a lot of folks are looking at maybe 1/10 of an inch of rain. It won't be a big thing. But I did go with the icons today. There you can see how the numbers do fade. So I actually think that's perhaps the bigger part of the forecast, that the temperatures that we've seen in the 70s back off into the 60s. Back after this.